this is Caroline. Thank you for joining me today with Soul Readings. If you have any questions for the archangels, you can go ahead and write them in the chat section. I'll go ahead and get started by asking Michael what he'd like to share with us today. So he's starting by saying that he's extending compassion to us because he's noticing how unstable we feel. He's saying that he understands that it feels to us like things are changing so quickly that we're losing our grounding, our footing. And he's saying, I feel bad, I feel sad, I'm sorry that you have to go through this, but this is part of. He's saying this is part of the enterprise. The enterprise. What does that mean? This is part of the enterprise. So when he says the enterprise, what he means is the universal changes that are occurring. And he's saying, like, he's saying, he's recognizing, like, if you guys don't change, then you're gonna extinguish yourself. Like, so this is like a real squeeze point in time where our things are changing, where it's like do or die. Like we have to change, or we're not gonna make it, basically, is what he's saying. He's like, I don't want to scare you, but this is like a critical moment in time where it's like a make or break moment in time. And that's why it feels so rough. That's why it feels so intense. It's because like everything's on the line. And so what we do now, what we think, what we do, how we feel, how we behave, how we interact, it's like very, very critical. It's more, it every little thing has a greater weight than it would in other circumstances, just because the moment in time is very critical. And he's like, but I also want to remind you that there's room for joy. Like, this doesn't have to be like a super stressful time. Like, this can also be something that once you give yourself over to it, then it can be something that you delight in. You can be like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Can you believe it? We get to go through this thing like once in a generation. Like, nobody else gets to go through this thing that we're going through. Like, this is such a special moment in time. And we can be like, wow, we're doing it. We're really like, what an amazing experience that very few people get to have. So, and he's like, don't take yourselves too seriously. don't ta- don't take yourselves too seriously. Like, don't get too down on yourself, and don't think, wow, it's all up to me and stuff like that. It's enough to play your part. And he's like, that's when you feel the joy. You feel the joy when you play your part. And so that's really what this time should be like. It should be like a time where we get a lot of clarity, where there's like incisiveness. Incisiveness comes in and we go, oh, that's my part. Oh, it feels good to play my part. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm playing my part in this really critical moment, and it feels good. It feels good because it feels right. Yeah, I can do this. I can do this thing. Yeah. And so that's what he's saying. So this is a critical moment in time. It feels like a lot because it is a lot, but the way to make it feel better is for us to have that incisive clarity, to have a knowing about what our part is, and to play our part. And that's where the joy comes in. That's where the joy comes in. Anything else here? Oh, I think that's it for today. No one else is here. So I think that's the message that Michael wanted to talk about today. And so we'll see you guys on Wednesday, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Thanks.